Section 14. Terrorism and Global Security. Introduction. In this study session, you will examine terrorism and its implications on global security of lives and property. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Describe an act of terrorism. 2. Identify the known terrorist group in the world. 3. Discuss consequences of terrorism for global peace and security. Definitions of terrorists and terrorism. Terrorists are people who are prepared to risk their own lives to make a political point, whether it is to attack a hated target or an individual or to destroy whole communities. Terrorism is considered as the art of killing and destroying others without any just cause in order to make a political point. Terrorism has caused immense sufferings, and terrorist outfits exist in many parts of the world to avenge the wrongs perpetrated by some states. Terrorist group in the world. Some of the known terrorist groups in the world have been demanding separate states, like the Basque in Spain, the Irish Republican Army in Northern Ireland, the Intifada in West Asia, Kashmir in India, the LTTE in Sri Lanka, Hamas in Jordan, the Abu Sayyaf in the Philippines, Al-Qaeda hiding in Pakistan and Afghanistan, and recently the Boko Haram sect in Nigeria. They indulge in kidnapping, torture and killings of their supposed enemies. Many innocent people have been their victims. Terrorism, global peace and security. On September 11, 2001, the terrorists belonging to an Islamic group called Al-Qaeda hijacked airlines filled with fuel and used them as bombs to attack the World Trade Center in New York City and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. This attack unleashed a war against terror by the U.S. Thus, President George W. Bush of the United States did not lose much time in declaring America's war on terrorism. It appealed to all countries of the world to join this relentless battle to eradicate this evil from the face of the earth, no matter how much time it takes or sacrifices to be made. World Trade Center hit by Osama bin Laden Al-Qaeda network. Initially, Taliban's Afghanistan, which gave shelter to Osama bin Laden, the leader of the Al-Qaeda, and his followers, faced the U.S. airstrikes. Mullah Omar and Osama bin Laden fled, leaving Afghanistan to be occupied by coalition forces. The U.S. and allies set up an interim government led by Hamid Karzai. The Pakistani government, which had been a staunch supporter of Taliban government in Afghanistan, was forced to cooperate with the U.S. forces amidst protest from the members of the extremist Islamic organizations. It is important to know that before this period, India has always accused Pakistan of sponsoring cross-border terrorism, and the U.S. is quite aware of it. In fact, the U.S. government became worried about some Pakistani scientists having concluded with the Al-Qaeda in attempting to make atom bomb. Osama bin Laden ran away to an unknown destination for a very long time, and President George W. Bush continued searching for him and members of his endlessly till the end of his tenure. Meanwhile, President Barack Obama, who succeeded President Bush of America, had already premised the electorate his electioneering campaign that Osama bin Laden would be caught either dead or alive. Although the search for Osama lasted years, but President Obama, who was undeterred, deployed and mobilized all resources at his disposal to fight terrorism and to search for Osama bin Laden and his Al-Qaeda team. In 2007, the combined team of U.S. CIA agents, terrorism and counter-terrorism group discovered Al-Kuwaiti, a courier of Osama bin Laden, who was put on surveillance for months only to discover through him that Osama bin Laden had been residing in Pakistan over the years. Without wasting time, Obama made available for U.S. intelligence, U.S. security and soldiers the necessary support, which culminated in the killings of Osama bin Laden in a 45-minute shoot-to-kill operation. Thus, this marked the end of the endless search for Osama bin Laden, leader of Al-Qaeda network since 2001. Study section summary. In this study section, you learn that terrorists are people who are prepared to risk their own lives to make a political point, whether it is to attack a hated target or an individual or to destroy whole communities. Terrorist mode of operations was to kidnap, kill, maim, and torture their supposed enemies. This is the end of study section 14. Thanks for listening.